So I'm Colt Hamilton here with Hamilton Native Outpost with a good friend of ours, Wilbur Graybill with Graybill Grass Farms. He raises some pastured beef and goats and some sheep. And he planted about a 40-acre diverse native for grazing just this spring. So he's just getting it kicked off. We come down here to kind of look, see what kind of stand he had, and wanted to talk to Wilbur a little bit about his operation, what he's hoping this will do for us. So,
yeah. So we're very thankful that we learned about Hamilton Native Outpost and what y'all are doing, but just we were looking forward to planting a diversity of native plants to like recreate a native prairie. Like you see this partridge pea right here that's like this tall, and many other plants here too. We've got a lot of weeds, but this Maximilian here,
Maximilian.
But
sawtooth too.
Yeah, but we planted 50 different species out here, like 10 of warm season native grasses, 10 or so different species of cool seasons, the rest forbs, wildflowers, and all that. Just hoping to like recreate a native prairie.
Functioning ecosystem.
Exactly.
For the intention of grazing.
Yeah, for grazing, right. And hopefully get some of the most nutrient dense beef and sheep, meat that you can eat, hopefully.
And hoping to get that by having a variety of plants for them to choose from.
Exactly, yes. Thinking about how animals are able to self-medicate, like choose what they need, and go eat that plant. We see cows eating like leaves of hedge apple for some strange reason. They just feel like they need it or they want it or whatever.
Something that's in there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we're just thinking the health benefits of having those nutrients in the meat from some plants with a taproot 5 feet down, others with a fibrous root system, able to go down and bring up those minerals and get them cycling. It just to be good for the land and the livestock, the people. It just is a fit with grazing. And I was hoping to put together conservation and agriculture together and make it all work together. And this is when I listened to a video of them, just one that they put out talking about like 99 species you put in that one planting.
Yep, our first regional one.
Yeah, exactly. It just made sense. It just clicked. This is what we need to do.
And hoping diversity of plants too, the diversity of soil health to support those plants that come along with it, and just like I say, a complete ecosystem, below ground, above ground, wildlife.
Exactly, everything.
All together.
Yeah.
Squirrels won't like it much, not enough trees, but.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but how about gophers and jackrabbits?
Those will probably be there.
Anyway, so who knows, but yeah, that's what we wanted to do. Instead of a monoculture of one thing or another, or just a certain plant, we wanted more than just Bermuda grass or just fescue or just Johnson grass, but all these different plants working together, that could hopefully be a blessing to everybody.
So out here in this planting, its first year, it's got a lot of growth, a lot of native growth and a lot of weed growth both. And we're going to look here in another video pretty quick about how to identify and assess the first year planting. But tell us a little bit, what was this field in before you did a conversion to native?
It was maybe one of my problem fields a little bit. It had more of the, and it's a good forage, but Johnson grass was getting thicker and thicker in here in some spots, and then other spots was Bermuda, which is okay if you put it in a bale, but we do grazing, and you got to graze it pretty short, which we move the cows every day to a fresh paddock, and then come back 30 days or so. And Bermuda grass didn't fit that type of grazing real well.
It came too unpalatable too quickly.
Exactly, right. And so we'll see what.
So Johnson grass, Bermuda grass, fescue, pasture.
That's what we had. Yeah,
some clover, different
for
things.
Southwest Missouri, a pretty common pasture.
Okay.
So.
And so you went through and you did your spraying. You Rounduped it out.
Last summer, like about 4 different sprayings to get rid of the Bermuda grass and Johnson grass, which kept coming back, and to hopefully get it killed out pretty good, and then planted in like February 20 or so. When it was pretty cold out here. We had a smother crop earlier too.
Right,
in the fall.
Which was turnips and
about seven top, purple top turnips, a bunch of different things.
Uh-huh.
They're, well, yeah. So
Grass gives a
daikon
little bit.
radish.
Radish.
Yeah.
Did you have any grass like rye or wheat? Or
Yes, cold grazer rye.
Cold grazer
yep,
rye.
From
Okay.
Nixa Hardware, and that was, yeah. So,
Yep.
but then we grazed that. We planted. We watched our little black pot by the side of the house. Whenever it started sprouting, we quickly went out and sprayed one last chance to kill the fescue seedlings or whatever else was trying to come. And then, sure enough, the natives sprouted. And here we are today, you know, with a lot of weeds, of course, too, but we are pretty happy with the size that we have.
Pretty excited
of all
about
the natives. Yeah, well, we're really thankful, you know, for what you guys did to help us out.
We're thankful for you as a customer.
Many different ways. I was able to just get it on the phone anytime, call Elizabeth or Colt, anybody, and they'd have time to talk. Pretty much like their dad Rex, just took time to visit, and that's a blessing, you know.
Well, we really enjoy the customer interaction. It's fun to grow the native plants, but it's more fun to see people use them.
Absolutely, it's good.
I could grow them all day. If nobody wants them, I'll be without a job.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Yeah.
And so you planted a pretty diverse patch here.
Yeah,
of maybe 50 species.
Yeah,
so,
50 species.
And Wilbur's real proud. He got all of the silphiums that we currently sell in his planting. And we've been able to walk around and we found quite a few of those. And his other favorite plant is eastern gamma grass. Yep. And we've been finding a few eastern gamma grasses and a lot of the other stuff he planted. So.
Yeah, so I'm really glad you came out today, because with weeds and everything this high, I didn't know, do we have warm seasons and everything in here? I was worried about the grass not getting enough sunlight, but we found quite a few.
Definitely, those of you watching this video, if you're thinking about planting one or you have planted one, check out this other video we're getting ready to do. We're going to look at Wilbur Graybill's planting, and that'll be right there in the introduction. You'll know whose it is. And we're going to look at the stand he's got, because you could tell in this video, we've got a lot of stuff going on here. A lot of what you see is not native, but we're going to take a look and we'll decide whether Wilbur has a good stand or not. I think that's it. So this has been Colt Hamilton with Hamilton Native Outpost. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Check us out on our website, Facebook, and YouTube. And I sure appreciate Wilbur letting us come out here and use his place to look at a stand like this.
That's the least I can do.
Yeah.